India is trying to reduce its dependence on imports. I can support the Indian government doing this, and I think it is long overdue. But I think this move will be limited because there is still too much red tape in the country. It is difficult to start a business in India. If you really want to reduce your dependence on imports, then it should be easy for people to start their own businesses. There should be a lot less red tape in the country. The Indian government has found $51 billion worth of imports that it wants to manufacture on its own soil. Some of the items it wants to manufacture domestically are textiles, footwear, and electric vehicles. It is wise to manufacture your own textiles and footwear, but I think manufacturing electric vehicles is a waste of time. India will not be able to compete with China when it comes to electric vehicles. If the Indian government decides to start manufacturing its own electric vehicles, then it should focus on India's domestic market. However, I do not know how feasible this would be. There are 350 million Indians that live in poverty. I live in Arizona, and it's sunny here for 360 days of the year. But electric vehicles are still not worth the money. Solar panels are also a scam. If I was Prime Minister of India, then I would focus on manufacturing stuff that helps lower the cost of living for the average Indian. The Indian government is also working on strengthening its supply chains. I am happy that India is finally doing this because this should have always been a top priority. I wish the United States would do the same thing. America needs to strengthen our supply chains, especially the supply chains that exist outside of the country. The Indian government has decided to increase its business ties with South Korea, Taiwan, Germany, and Italy. I appreciate the Indian government doing this because I am a supporter of an independent Taiwan. If ties between India and Taiwan continue to increase, then it will give more reason for the Indian government to come to Taiwan's defense in the future. It will make it difficult for the Chinese government to act against the Taiwanese. India is trying to do something that I respect a lot. I don't know how successful it will be because India has a lot of issues that need to be addressed. But they could drastically increase their manufacturing sector if they decided to remove their red tape when it comes to business. This would make it easier for entrepreneurs to start up their own manufacturing facilities. I think all the red tape limits India's manufacturing sector. The Indian government might want to focus on domestic manufacturing, but they could run into problems. This is my only real concern with what the Indian government is trying to do, but I hope it works out for them in the long term. Thanks for listening. Have a fantastic day or night.